as I've said in the last episode of the Anime Minute, we have a stacked lineup because normally the Critics Hub would reflect the entire field of a particular anime season. Since, well, thank God for randomization, it helped us get an additional 9 more to include in the list. Kasi may tatlo na tayong mainstay. So it helped us get those animes to fill up that list. So expect of course expect a biased review, an unbiased review from me for each of those animes, and yeah, we still have mainstay syndrome. Okay. I have yet to experience again a volume that has no mainstays. Okay, for the last time we've had a volume with no mainstays was volume 1 pa. That was 5 years ago. Alright, ganun na katagal yun. So, with that in mind, welcome to volume 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Critics Hub.
So, let's now talk about My Awkward Senpai Episode 1. Quite an auspicious start to Volume 20, pero let's get down to it. Pace! Yung pacing niya, slice of life-ish. Pero, yung medyo binilisan ng konti. Alright? But not to the point that not everybody won't understand this episode. So do I have complaints, guys? Nope. Kasi it is the pilot, and you can sometimes pick up the pace, pero not to the degree that you're speeding up the entire storyline. Based on this pilot, I figured that My Awkward Senpai is also a slice of life anime. Despite being an adult cast corporate anime, there's also a genre called corporate. Kumbaga, office environment. So overall, guys, wala. I got nothing to complain about this pilot when it comes to the pacing. And I think it was rather necessary kasi kaya pala tinawag na My Awkward Senpai ito. There were a lot of awkward moments for one of the main protags here, si Asusa. So, yeah, they have to pick up the pace para ma-gets ko as the viewer yung rather awkward moment na talagang katawa-tawa. Talagang matatawa ka eh. Now, for the 4 sequences that we collectively call the flow. Yup! First in a long while. First gear shift was when Asusa's boss introduced her to you. Yung magiging senpai niya. No-brainer, folks, kasi, well, it practically triggered this pilot. And probably the entire anime. Obviously, kasi inintroduce ng kanyang boss si Yu sa kanya. Well, that's the formality there. Kung sino yung immediate superior mo, if he wants a newbie to be trained, siyempre pipiliin niya yung best employee niya. Pag inassign sa yun, trabaho mo rin yun. So, quite relatable. That's why, it's another reason why I called it a gear shift. Now, second gear shift. Well, probably the moment where Asusa showed her awkwardness to her senpai for the very first time. When she clumsily spilled all her call cards. Okay? So, for the first time, nagpakita siya napakita siya ng nervousness sa kanyang sa kanyang senpai, which quite the gentlemanly reaction from you. He picks up all the calling cards himself. Sorry, senpai ko kayo. Nalito na ako. Yung guy, basta. So, ayun nga. For the very first time, nagpakita ng awkwardness si Asusa right here. So, probably gave a clue to her kohai na she can be this awkward sometimes. Third gear shift. What? Probably the most eye-opening one so far in this anime. An old workmate of Asusa gives her a reality check. Kumaga, kilala rin niya kasi yung kohai ni Asusa. Kasi they both work in the same company kasi workmate nga eh. Employee turnover is very high in this day of age. All right? People usually show no loyalty to companies anymore. So, if she doesn't want that to happen to their company, kailangan alagaan niya si Yu. Para hindi mag-isip ito na lumipat ng ibang company or much worse, magpa-pirate sa competitor. Alright? So, probably in corporate Japan, talagang malakas ang employee turnover. And I'm not talking about the fast food industry here. Even in the normal office environment, siguro, ganun ang kultura sa Japan. Ganun katindi ang corporate culture doon. So yeah, it's a harsh reality. It is a reality check. Kahit saan angulo tignan, it is a reality check. Now, the very rare fourth and final gear shift. Well, another no-brainer. You defends Asusa to her backtalkers. Kasi na-overhear niya eh. Yung mga pintas kay Asusa. Another reason why I call it a gear shift is this. The male main protag is such a gentleman. Okay? So, swerte rin si Asusa rito because she's got a senpai she's got a kohai that can readily defend her from these kinds of people. Alam naman natin, di ba? In a real-life corporate environment, may mga matadaldal dyan behind your back. Di ba? I'm sure makaka-relate kayo because I'm very sure most of you that are watching this right now have a corporate job. And I'm very sure you will relate to this gear shift. 100% guarantee ko yan. Pero guys, will it be enough for you to totally appreciate this pilot? We barely built out 4 gear shifts. Probably the last time I've done this was 4 years ago. Ang tanda ko yata, Comic and Communicate pa. So, ganon katagal na. Nope! I can do 4 gear shifts if it's a multi-story format. Pero, kahit ilang gear shifts pa ang sabihin, ang i-deliver ko rito sa inyo, do not take my word for it. It's the pilot. Watch it from start to finish to totally understand where this anime is going. Alright? Hindi nga rin sapat na isang episode lang ang panoorin nyo para ma-judge nyo yung kung gaano kaganda ang isang anime. It will at least help you decide if you're going to at least watch the next episode. Kaya, watch it from start to finish. Or yeah, you're gonna miss on every single awkward moment Asusa showed here. Because deep within that tough boss girl exterior, she shows a really awkward side of her. Watch it from start to finish, alright? After all, it is the pilot. Huwag muna kayong tamarin. I had to clear my chest. Malinis ang plot, guys! Gagawa ko ba ng 4 na gear shift to kung hindi ganun kalinis ang plot? Okay? The plot was that clean. I didn't have a hard time what you call this? Deeming these 4 sequences as gear shifts. Kasi, well, those sequences can have an impact in later episodes. Okay? At saka, well, super linis ang plot. Kaya, ginanaan akong mag-present sa inyo ng 4 na gear shift. Alright? So, overall, guys, superbly clean plot. Even for an adult cast anime pilot. Alright? Superbly clean plot. Hindi kayo mawawala. You can even deem your own sequences as gear shifts. Even if you're a newbie to anime. So, yeah. If you got gear shifts of your own, and if you've seen this episode already, comment. So, pace, flow, and plot all came together, and yeah, Volume 20 is off to a great start, guys. So,